It's the NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Packers and the Panthers. Next on Madden NFL 22.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in uptown Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerge from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Green Bay Packers. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. And Charles, our ball game here featuring a couple of young quarterbacks a lot of people have their eye on. Jordan Love of the Packers, Sam Darnold of the Panthers.
Yeah, Brandon, we're starting to see some of the old guard moving on. Guys like Drew Brees, Phillip Rivers, Eli Manning. And in their place, there have been some dynamic young guys who have come into the league, not just this year, but in the last 3 or 4 years in particular. They've really changed the quarterback position. I think both of these guys fit into that category. Youth is being served.
Crosby set to do the honors here. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. On the return, here comes Amir Abdullah. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the 3rd overall selection back in 2018 from USC. It's Sam Darnold.
And the thing with Sam Darnold is we know the skill set is there. Aaron Rodgers work. But now he's looking for more than that. Rocket arm, big play potential, and he wants to show this organization that he's capable of being a dependable starter for the foreseeable future.
Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Brings it up just shy of the 25. Showed some of that quickness there on the move. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 24, Love. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Love going to give this one to Jones. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
They'll run it with Jones. Oh, nice move. And he'll get across midfield. It didn't look like it. Turned out to be the play they needed, though. And it's big because it's the opening drive. So converting that 3rd down, keeping the play, not the play, the drive going.
Yeah, it certainly appeared like his downfield targets were covered. He threw a little dump off to his back, and nice effort picking up the 1st down, though. And you're right. That opening drive, keep those chains moving. That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Daquan Jones, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play, just someone that I can dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Love. And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs, able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. Back deep, Alex Erickson. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw, Darnold. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now it's Darnold. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line.
Well, that's certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Now Abdullah, the return.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Carolina offense about ready to go. It's their third drive now, and so far we've seen a punt. In that second drive, CD, they turned the ball over, so not the start that they were envisioning.
Yeah, they've been ineffective so far, but look, they've worked on a game plan. Don't get away from it too soon. Find some significant gains, loosen up, get going, and then they should be okay the rest of the way.
The pick six, it's Darnold. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Second and 10.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings it fourth down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll punt it away for the second time. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it. Somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atoned for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. The Packers offense here coming back out for their second drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Brian Burns, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates it. I feel like they they're back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them. Because just think, when you decide to throw the football, you're just guys, if they've been starting in the NBA at power forward, it's really difficult.
After the sack on first down, Love.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Love with it here, 3rd and short yardage. A check down here to Jones.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time, they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Love. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Yeah, he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. It's a big play there for Green Bay. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They're going to run this with a tight end. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
Oh, they can't stop.
Now Jones. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up, the loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder, and they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
And back at the 8 now, 3rd and goal. Throwing, Love. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Great defense there on 3rd and goal. They took away everything. Forced him to fire that one to the sideline where no one could get it.
Now Mason Crosby for the Packers field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And Crosby puts it through, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So that one on target, and it adds to this first-half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. DJ Moore, the Carolina offense, about to take over once again. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us. But sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
We saw it at Stanford. It does not surprise me to see it here in the NFL as well. This is one elusive young man.
He set the NCAA record in 2015, 3,864 all-purpose yards.
Listen, after watching that move, I just called for the trainer. I think I pulled a hammy just watching it.
Back to the ground on first, it's McCaffrey. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
2nd and 7.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go.
Now Darnold. Looking for Marshall, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Chris Barnes.
And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, had some blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Now Crosby for the point after. He's got it, and it's 17-0. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down 17-0, really needing to find that offensive spark on this drive as they have it with a 1st and 10. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Darnold from the gun. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Darnold now to throw. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack. This offense continues to shoot themselves in the foot. Here, another sack.
All game long, we've seen missed assignments, which have led to turnovers, sacks. This group has not played well at all here in the first half.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now a fair catch taken, maybe a yard or two shy of midfield. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. A good job in the passing game, decent job in the running game, but really they've been more effective through the air. We'll see if that shifts at all as this goes on.
Thus far, it feels like they're calling this game in reverse. Normally you run to set up the pass. Here it feels like they're passing, hoping to set up the run and be more effective later on in the game.
Yeah, you can do it both ways. We usually talk about it in the reverse, however.
No doubt about it.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
2nd down, another shot for Jones. 41 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. And able to find Allen Lazard. And he is going to have a Packers 1st down. They needed 4. He doubled that. He wound up getting 8.
As you know, so many things in the passing game are based on yardage. Sometimes it's just based on timing. And that's what we saw right there on that play. 3rd and 3. Just get the ball right to the receiver.
This is the hitch route. Tell us, what is the hitch route?
Yeah, just take really one step like you're driving off the line of scrimmage, get the defensive back on his heels, get the ball out to the receiver, and he does the rest.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. A give to Jones. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Well, it looks like they caught him off guard on second and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for them. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on third down.
On third down, Love. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
On first down, it's Jones. Even with that broken tackle, he'll be brought down short of the 15. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Love with a give to Dillon.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Get him, boys! Get him, boys!
Brings up to third down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. They'll try and run for it with Jones. Jones breaking from the contact.
And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Love. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The corner blitz works to perfection for A.J. Boye.
So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? To pass, here's Jordan Love. His throw caught right around the 6. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This is a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. The kick by Crosby is good.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
After the made field goal, now Crosby will do the kickoff duties. Now Abdullah, the return. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. There's DJ Moore as he and the rest of the offense head back out there. Hasn't had his best day to this point here in the second quarter. They're losing. You got to think, though, that also means that maybe the defense doing a good job on it. There's two sides to that coin.
I would agree, so you have to give them credit, but that means you got to find a way to beat that defense and make sure one of your top playmakers touches the football and has an impact on the game. Change formations, change where he lines up, put him in motion, anything possible to shake him free.
Maybe that greater impact comes here on this drive. Darnold on first down. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Moore. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. From the 30 on second down, Darnold. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The receiver to make a play.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. But able to get it up past the 40.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Again, Darnold. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Darnold. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. The Packers bringing in an extra member of the secondary here to try for the 3rd down stop. A fake to McCaffrey. Now Darnold. He's going to air one out for Anderson. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines.
Let's go.
Bring it.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Love's throw taken in by Adams. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout.
Big hit.
On second down, Dillon.
And he'll be brought down yard line. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports halftime report. First up, though, a look at the next-gen stats for the Packers in that first half. And the ground game has been a big part of why they have this big lead. And you have to figure they'll lean on it a little bit more in the third and fourth quarters. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter down, going to the air with Love. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's Love. And this is going to be incomplete.
But so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Love now. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
On now is the Packers punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the 2nd half. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chunking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got just pin their ears back and get after him now.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get that.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a conversion here on 3rd down. Here's Darnold. He's going to look deep for more. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. A big play there for Carolina.
So Sam Darnold, not really known for having the strongest arm in the NFL, but he certainly laid that one out there.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again. They got it there in a big way.
And that throw, pretty impressive, and even 61 yards through the air.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. And this one is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. To throw is Darnold. And Thomas has it. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
And
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL than just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a fourth down. Gonzalez out now to try the Panther field goal. From the right hash, just a 34-yard attempt. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will move the deficit from 20 down to 17. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
After the field goal, here's Gonzalez to kick it off. Rodgers on the return. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Green Bay's offense ready to go again. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 21. He'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. We'll check on his status when we get back. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Love from the gun. And that is incomplete. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. To throw now, here's Love. Drops it to Jones in the flat. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
On now is the Packers punter as he's on to kick it away. .47 yards on the punt that time, just 1 yard on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll get this all the way up to the 42-yard line.
To me, this leads to the question, do you admire the way he puts his body out there all the time, or do you think he should protect himself a little bit more?
Well, he's been on the ground several times with all those sacks that he's taken. So, I don't know, I kind of admire him not sliding down there, don't you?
I'm with you on that one. The meter definitely leans towards admiration.
On first down, it's Darnold. For Marshall, that's complete. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Boy, the evolution of the game and how these guys in plays like that can get out of the pocket, keep plays alive, it just makes things so much harder for defenses.
It really does. And we're talking about an era in the game where the quarterbacks are the most athletically gifted that we've seen in a bunch. I mean, when you talk about collectively, it's unbelievable. So their ability to move is practiced now. It's not necessarily, oh, he just took off and you guys figure it out. When he takes off, everyone knows where to go now. They know how to run routes, change things, make themselves presentable for the quarterback. It's a lot of time that they put in on it. It's not just your static 1, 2, 3, this is where the ball goes anymore.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. Here's Aaron Jones in the offense trotting back out. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But let's give a little bit of credit to the guys on our side of the ball. They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in how their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get beat down in the first half, it gets ugly in the second half. They've come out with a new resolve and a renewed determination.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Love now to pass on first down. Looking deep for Adams. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
There is something to a game plan. We're trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that type of speed. You do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
2nd and 10 now. 3rd quarter from Charlotte.
Now Love. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 43.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They'll run on first down. It's Jones. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 41, Love. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. He'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And, that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
How about this defense? They came up with a couple of big plays in this sequence, and none better than the one right there, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
On now is the Packers punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Despite a little power on the move, still tackled shy of the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
But they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Darnold from the gun. Open man is Anderson. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Darnold will hand off to McCaffrey. A little juke. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. As they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Panthers in possession of the football, but facing a deficit here as we get to the 4th and final quarter of play. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Looking long for Thomas. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big connection on that one. 38 yards.
You think about this strong safety position, they're the more bulkier guys in the free safety, but that time great athleticism to hustle in and break up that play.
Yeah, this defense as a whole has really been flying to the football all game long. They have not allowed too much of anything, and here's another example. A great play there to get in and disrupt it before it could get going.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
From the 5, here's 2nd and 2.
Back to throw, Darnold. Touchdown! It's complete. DJ Moore, the touchdown throw from Sam Darnold. And the Panthers are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept him at the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on him. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Zane Gonzalez on for the extra point. It's up, it's good. That'll make the scoreline 20-10. So that drives 7 plays in length, and Carolina scores to cap it off. After the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Rodgers on the return. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
Let's go.
The Packers offense set to go. Now all of a sudden we've got an interesting game here. You just saw them go down and score a touchdown. And what was a comfortable lead at halftime, it's down to a 2-score game.
And so the obvious thought is they've got to ramp things back up again. Got to get the offense into high gear. But we've seen this before. When you've kind of been in shutdown mode for a while thinking that you're okay, it's hard to mash the gas again and have everything work perfectly. They've got to flash together a good drive right here and now.
Those defensively got to be feeling confident they haven't allowed a point this half. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And here's Jones again on 2nd down. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to. And right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score. But they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense, because to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Love looking to throw it. That's complete to Cobb. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 76 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it. But what the offense coordinator has to do is understand they're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
On 2nd down and 4. Love. It's caught here by Adams.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
On 1st down, it's Jones. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. They'll go again to Jones. Down right around the 25. Back-to-back 1-yard runs here, so that leaves them with a 3rd down and 8.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Glove. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is. Charles, all things considered, I guess it's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
So Darnold and the Panthers now down 20-10, a little under 2.5 to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And Anderson's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Robbie Anderson, 57 yards. And the Panthers have made a one-score game again here in the fourth. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
And I think this is what the early proponents of the forward pass were thinking about. Get it to a receiver and have him do some work afterwards in order to create the big play we just saw there.
Gonzalez now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3, 20-17. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and then, by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30.
Well, it may seem a little unorthodox to some people. Got the lead, 4th quarter, yet he's still firing away. I think he believes that's the best way to go ahead and win the game.
Yeah, a lot of coaches say, let's just run the football, be conservative. He's sticking to his game plan.
Now, that is his game, and that's what they're going to ride.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. 2nd down, another shot for Jones. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. Love looking to throw. Now he's forced out right, and he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. He's going to keep this again. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Love going to give this one to Jones. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
Here's Love. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 34-yard line. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
Down to a knee goes Love, and that should be the final act of this football game.
But, Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.